When life gets stressful, sometimes you just need a wellness bench. I made this bench using 2x4s and cinder blocks. Just getting out the tools that I need. My gloves, saw, stain and varnish, sandpaper, and drill. Not ready for the drill yet, but put it down for now. Now each piece of wood has imperfections. Looking on this one, I'm going to try and find which one is the good side, and I think it's this one. It has the least stuff on it. And then I sand all the sides. I bought 20 feet and I had it cut down into 4, so it's 5 feet for each piece. I'm only going to use 3 pieces for this project. And this one had whole heap of writing on it, so just sand and sand and sand until all of the writing is gone. In addition to just sanding down to make the wood smooth. For one of the pieces, I'm making 2 cuts. Can't remember exactly what measurements I used, but I think it was 2 1-foot pieces and the remaining 3-foot piece. And now I cut. And trust me, this was a workout. Once the cuts are done, then I sand off all those raw edges. Honestly, can't wait to get an electric sander and saw. My hands were tired by the time I finished. Next up was to stain all the pieces. So this stain is a stain and varnish in one. And I'm gonna do 1 coat on everything, let that dry overnight, and come back and do a 2nd and 3rd coat, since the bench is going to be outside, exposed to the elements. Now to position the cinder blocks. I'm just basically digging and scraping away some of the soil where the bench is going to be placed so that the cinder blocks are flat and nice and level. place the block and then check it. I go on with my little tool, let me do watch level. And now the same thing on the other side. Alright, that one never level, so just keep adjusting, digging, removing, putting back some soil until finally get it. This one gave me trouble, but finally got it to be level. I got the fourth piece of lumber that I'm not going to use for this project, and I put it straight across the two base cinder blocks to make sure that it's going to be level going up. I don't know if it's necessary, but boy, they just do a thing. And I got this construction epoxy from Dunn's when I got the cinder blocks. So this bench is going to use 6-inch cinder blocks and 2 4-inch cinder blocks. I'm stacking the 6-inch blocks on top of each other, 3 on each side, and I'm going to put epoxy between the 6-inch cinder blocks only. I'm not going to put any on top before I put this 4-inch cinder block. Well, for now anyway, I'll see how it goes. And once they're all set, I spray painted them black. Now to arrange the lumber. I put the 2 full-length pieces on either side, the medium-length piece in the middle, and then the 2 small pieces under the bottom as supports. Got my drill, and I'm pre-drilling the holes that I'll use to secure the supports under the bench. The drill bit couldn't go all the way through that I wanted, as far as I wanted, so I had to carefully lift up the support pieces once I drilled part way through the bench seat, and then drilled in a little further distance so the screws would really be in securely. Then I used my screwdriver and put the screws in. Now I decided to use epoxy to secure one of the 4-inch cinder blocks on top, but leave the other one free. You'll see why shortly. The epoxy dried pretty quickly, so once that was done, I brought out the seat which I had assembled and I slid it into the secured 4-inch cinder block through the holes. And then, because the other side was free, I could now slide the loose 4-inch cinder block into the other side of the bench. And this way, technically, if we need to, the bench can be moved from this spot. I don't know, I wasn't really feeling seeing straight through all the holes on the sides, so I got these plants to add a little greenery on the side of the bench. And I use this fruit, the mesh bag, cut it in a circle to match the top of the planter. Put it around the plants and secured it with a little bit of glue to the sides of the plant pot, just so that all the soil and everything inside would not just drop out when I put the plant in, because I was putting the plants in sideways. And now my mother can sit and relax in her shade. I don't know if the plants is really necessary on the side, so you tell me, do you think it looks better with the plants or without?